Hello, anyone with me this evening? It is 7 o'clock on the dot on Friday, the 30th of December 2022. Where has the year gone? I don't know about you, but it's gone by for me in an absolute flash. So roll on 2023. There's lots of exciting things, I'm sure, that's going to be heading the Sheer Sense way. So I'm going to wait for a few more of you to come on. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see everybody, but I can see that Catherine is on, and we've also got Kaylee as well. So good evening to you, ladies. Let's see if there's any more people. I hope you're well. Excuse the lack of clothing, lack of makeup today. It will all become very clear in just a moment. Just see who is about. I know it's that time of year when you might still be visiting family. Some of you might have gone back to work this week. So I'm not sure who is going to be hopping on, but I'm sure if anybody is catching up on this video, they will do the lovely thing and pop in the comments #replay. So hopefully we will have a few more people on. Otherwise, I've got a captivated audience in you two ladies, and you're not allowed to leave. Okay, so I'm on here today to talk about our Spotlight product of the month. I can't believe it's been a month since I did the last one. I hope you're all getting on really well with the Spotlight products of the month. Hello, Nick. I've just seen you hop on as well. Yes, I saw you went away somewhere. So very, I was trying to work out where Temby was, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, good at multitasking. Fantastic. So I hope you guys are getting on okay with the Spotlight product of the month. If you are absolutely smashing it, I'd love to see what you're doing, what tips you can give to some of the other distributors. If you're struggling with it, you know, do reach out, ask some of the ones that are getting these, winning these prizes and on the Spotlight product, ask them what they're doing, see if there's any way that we can help you. I try to do not just one thing when it comes to the Spotlight product of the month. I try to do a series of things because I'm very much a believer in one thing doesn't always work. If you try and do a few different things, hopefully something will help your customers. And also don't forget, whilst we're on Facebook as well, the algorithms. Good evening, Janice. We don't always see things, we miss things as well. So what I tend to do with the Spotlight products of the month is I tend to do some visuals. I tend to do a chat to my customers, preferably while actually trying the product on in front of them, because we're all different kinds of learners. Some people like to see it, some people like to feel it, some people like to read up about it. We're all very different, aren't we? I also like to drop broadcast messages to my customers. I also like to do personal messages to my customers as well. Thank you, Janice. It's like my Minnie Mouse look. So I like to sort of do a series of things, and especially if we know our customers well enough, and I don't know about you, but when I get a product, I think, oh God, that would be really good for such and such. And oh my goodness, such and such has been telling me that they've got problems with this area of their skin. I think these couple of products would work really well. And it's not the hard sell. It is literally letting them know about it. And I think if you do it in a way that you can say to them, do you know what, this might be something you want to add to your wish list, or you might want to keep this in mind, keep an eye out for this product when it's your next payday or something like that, then you're actually looking after them and their best interest. So it's not about you've got to buy this product now, okay? So just make sure you're planting those seeds with your customers. So the reason I haven't got much makeup on, and I say much, there is a little bit of makeup on, is because I'm going to do a little bit of the demonstration in front of you as I'm talking about the product, because this is what I would do with my customers. So first of all, I haven't got very much makeup on today. I don't know about any of you guys. I haven't been wearing an awful lot over the Christmas period. I've been going very au naturel. So first of all, I'm just going to dampen my face with a cloth. Okay. And I haven't even told you what the product is yet. I'm keeping it as a surprise. Okay, so I'm just dampening my face a little bit. And then I'm going to be popping on some 3-in-1 cleanser. Now you can see there's not a lot left in that. So I'm going to squeeze that to the bottom. Now that isn't the actual product that we're going to be talking about for the Spotlight product of the month. But a lot of our products link together really, really well. And this is one of those products which is great to use before we apply the next product. Okay, so I'm going to use my 3-in-1 cleanser to make sure I'm ridding my skin of the dirt and the impurities of the day and where I've been out dog walking and being stuck in a branch today. I've probably still got bits of tree in my hair. Okay, so I'm just doing all of that, and then I'm just going to rinse that off. Okay, because you'll often find any product that you talk about will link really nicely to another. Now it is January, and January is very, very well known for people kind of detoxing a little bit. Whether that's food, whether that's going to the gym and starting exercise. Excuse me, this is me owner trail now. Whether it's going to the gym. So whether it's normally about your body. It could be giving up smoking, could be giving up drinking. I would love to say that I'm going to be giving up the drinking, but a Slimming World consultant's January is the busiest, and that's normally the time when she might need a little tipple of an evening. So we like to detox, don't we? So there is no better time in January than to be talking about detoxing your skin. Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you about the fabulous, I love it, absolutely love it, Detoxifying and Moisturizing Mask. Now you might think that I've got a brand new pot all ready for this evening because I haven't actually used this before, but no, I'm through my second pot. So this is really lovely for me that I've got a nice pot all ready to go as I go into the new year. So if you haven't used this before, you really must use this, and this is perfect for January. You'll also remember from some of the information that's been coming out from the company that we've got certain days and certain things that we're focusing on in January, and Veganuary is one of them. Now, we are a very vegan-friendly company as well. So you're going to kind of have so many benefits of January. It's just a really, really incredible month to be with SheerSense and to be talking about our products, okay? Detox your body, detox your skin. Another thing which I think might be a little idea, I don't know, I mean, it's something that I'm thinking about doing, is kind of doing almost like a little skin clinics, like little skin MOTs for customers. You know, it doesn't have to be spending hours with them, but you might be able to say to them, do you know what, if you've got 15, 20 minutes, half an hour even, I'm more than happy to run like a little workshop, little clinic for you, so we can have a look at your skin type, have a look at some of the issues that you've got, have a look at some of the things that you're wanting to improve on for 2023, and we can almost design a little package for you. And it doesn't mean that they have to get that all in January, but it might be that you help to create their wish list for them for the rest of the year. So it's no better time to do it than when you're trying to detox your skin after all the junk that we've thrown in it after the past few weeks. And as people want to start looking good in 2023, it's a perfect time to start mapping out your skincare for the year as well. So that's just my little thought that I'm going to be talking through with some of my customers. So I'm going to pop this bad boy on now. So I've cleansed my skin. And it's absolutely gorgeous, this. If you've never tried it before, it's really, really lovely. It's like a butter. And we're going to pop on now. That's a very generous amount that I'm popping on here, okay? So I'm popping that on. And what this is basically going to do, I've put way too much on. I look like the Grinch. Okay. Popping all that on, okay. This is going to help to draw out impurities and toxins from the skin. And it's going to help to get your skin looking nice and even, not too red. Now, once you've popped that on, now I have popped far too much on, but you can use it on your neck. Okay, shouldn't really do it in a downward motion, but I'm just trying to get rid of some of the excess before Lindy Lou comes and catches me. And you can also use it, I can never know how to say it, your décolletage area. Okay, so you can use it just here as well. You can also use it, you know I like to have multiple uses for all my products. I've also put it on my feet as well. Again, you know, I love putting nice, thick, luxurious creams on my feet, leaving them for half an hour, letting them soak in, and absolutely wonderful. So you would be aiming to use this about once to twice a week. I've got to be honest, I do it once a week, and normally I do it and then I lay in the bath because I love listening to podcasts. And do you know what sells? What sells is luxury, time away, peace and quiet. So if you can, almost like you could almost create a post talking about how your customers like to look after themselves. What's their self-care routine? Do they like to have a bath? Do they like to unwind, listening to the radio, reading a book? Do they like to have a face mask on? Because this is one of those things that when you put it on, you do kind of step down a gear and you do relax a bit and unwind. And I think after the chaos of Christmas, you always need to do that in January, don't you? You always need to find a little bit of time for yourself. So, you know, maybe get them, you know, it also helps with your algorithms. Get them talking about what their self-care is. How do they like to relax? How do they like to find time for themselves? Because you'll then probably find that they might be thinking, well, actually, I haven't got a face mask and that would be really nice. God, I'd love to do that in the bath. Glass of wine, podcast, absolute heaven. Away from the kids, away from the family, away from the barking dog, whatever. Because that's what's going to sell. So I've got this on and I'm going to leave this on for about 15 to 20 minutes. This is going to sink right in. I use it once a week. You can use it once to twice a week. Now, I was working out, and everybody's going to be different. I mean, that was a little scoop I did. And as you can see how far it went. Now, this normally lasts me about 30, roughly, possibly even more, about 30 face packs worth. So when I was working that out, because you know what, time's hard, aren't they, at the moment, and money is tight on the ground, and so I was working out that was about £1.88 to give yourself a pamper treatment. Now, I can't afford to go off to the spas at the moment. I can't afford to go off doing, you know, pamper sessions, but I do still want to look after my skin. So if I bought that at full price, because you don't need to discount that because you're going to get so many uses out of that. Of course, it's your own business. If you want to discount things, as long as you're compliant, that's up to you. But to think you can get about 30, at least 30 face masks out of that, that's incredible, isn't it? And yeah, exactly. I mean, crikey, coffees cost so much, don't they? I would much rather be spending it on something that is going to have long-term effect. Starbucks gives me a 10-minute kick. Do you know what I mean? But this is going to have long-term effects because of all the stuff that goes in it. So let me talk to you whilst that is on, whilst that is cooking, about some of the ingredients. I do always have to refer to things because I do have menopause memory. So I do have to refer to my notes. So let's get those down here. This is what I like to do because this helps me when I'm doing a video with my customers. I do things like that, make little notes. So although I'm on here talking to you and doing Spotlight Products of the Month with you, I don't profess to be perfect at retaining information, okay? I know what my products do. I know who they are good for. I know what main ingredients are in there, but I still have to do my research before I go and talk to my customers. So don't ever worry about having notes. Because do you know what? I think sometimes having notes and being really honest and saying to your customers, excuse me while I just check a few things, actually shows you care. So, and you want to give them the information. Rather you do that than go in, wing it with no information, no facts, no benefits to them. And actually, at the end of the day, nobody wants to buy the products, okay? So let's talk about some of the products that are in there. First of all, you've got your Seniplex complex, as we talk about every time. It's in all of our products. So you're going to have the benefits from that. So you're going to have increased hydration. You're going to have increased luminosity, increased firmness to the skin, increased collagen renewal. You're going to have decreased sagging. You're going to have reduced fine lines and wrinkles. You're going to get all of that in there. Now, that to me is enough to get the product on its own. However, the added benefits that go into this, you've got your volcanic ash in there. You can't feel it. It's very, very gentle. So that is going to gently exfoliate. You've got arnica flower extract. Now, we all know that we've probably all heard of arnica. It's a healing kind of a product, isn't it? So it's a very natural product, and all of these are botanicals. So it is very much a natural really ideal for Veganuary. It's a real natural product that we're selling to them. So you've got your arnica flower, which has got anti-inflammatories in. It's a healing properties in there. So it's going to help with things like acne. It's going to help with redness, skin irritations. Incidentally, this is good for all skin types, even skins with acne as well, which is why the properties in arnica flower are going to be really good and really going to help with that. You've got orchid flower extract, which is good for hydration because it's got water binding properties in there. You've got kaolin clay, I hope I've said that correctly, kaolin clay, and that's going to help to draw the impurities out of the skin. You've got algae extract, which is actually what you can smell. I think it smells like cucumber, but it's actually like an algae you can smell. And what that's going to do is going to help to reduce the enzymes that naturally break down your collagen. And we all know the effects of collagen, helping to retain that plumpness, helping to retain that moisture in the skin, helping to smooth that, help that appearance to make it look smoother and more youthful as well. You've got jojoba seed extract. Again, I hope I have said that correctly. And that is basically, it's the same as jojoba oil. So it's going to be like a liquid wax, and it's the nearest thing to sebum that your skin produces, the natural oils that you can get in a natural form. So that's going to help keep that moisture, keep the oils in there as well. It's going to have green tea leaf extract as well, which is going to soothe redness. So it's going to give you a more even skin tone as well. I haven't got masses of red patches, but I do occasionally get some, but it's going to help to give you a more even skin tone. But what this is going to do is, because when you've got healthy skin, your skin glows. We all know when our skin is not healthy, it's dull, isn't it? So I don't know about you, but if you've been eating a few of the naughties after Christmas and, you know, your diet's been a little bit beige and you haven't got all the goodness in, to me, that really impacts how my skin looks. It always looks a little bit duller than normal. So this is going to help you to get that nice glow back to your skin. So as you can see now, it is really sinking in. Sometimes I forget I've got it on, but you can leave it on for about 10-15 minutes. So I'm going to take it off now. Might be about 5 minutes early, but it's sinking in nicely. I think that's because there's a lot of impurities in there to come out after the festive period. What I'm also going to do as well with my customers for this Spotlight product of the month is I'm going to give them a free one of these. So not necessarily this one, but you can get them on Amazon. You can get packs of 3, and I think these are really nice to keep your hair completely back. So mine's going to be anybody who purchases the Detoxifying and Moisturizing mask will get a free headband with it. You might have eaten that just a little. Oh, right, okay, so I'm going to just wash that off, rinse that off nicely. And it really does come off very, very easy. So you haven't got to rub. There's no like hard bits where you've got to rub that off. A bit there, on my nose. There we go. So that is all off. It feels lovely and it smells absolutely gorgeous. So I think it's quite good to do it in front of them. And don't worry if you've not got perfect skin or you're worried about how you look, because that makes you a little bit more human to your customers. You don't have to be a supermodel to be doing this. Excuse me, phone's going off. So it shows a little bit more vulnerability, especially if you're showing areas that you're working on as well. And then once that's all done, and I'm all ready for bed, rock and roll, 7:20. Well, I'm ready to watch the next instalment of Marie Antoinette, actually. You've got your Senegence night cream as well. So just to finish it off, you're going to be popping that on. So even though the Spotlight product of the month is for the Detoxifying and Moisturizing face mask, when you're demonstrating it, you can use it with a couple of the other products. It doesn't necessarily mean that that is what you are focusing on, but it kind of, to me, all goes together really well. And you never know, you might get your customers saying, do you know what, can you throw me in the cleanser as well? Or you could even do a link kind of offer for them, couldn't you? You know, buy this, get 10% off your cleanser, or get 10% off your your evening moisturiser, whatever you want to do. It's your business, whatever works for you. But please, guys, I would really, really love for you to share. I know I say it each month, share what you're doing, share what helps you, but you know, you are doing it because Janice is pulling those names out of the jug, and people are winning free prizes. Now, who wouldn't want to win a free prize after getting their name pulled out of the bowl for Spotlight Product of the Month in January? And this, to me, is just beautifully timed as well. Okay, so please let me know how you're getting on with that. It would be lovely to hear what you're doing. It would be lovely to hear if you are making those sales, how you've made those sales, if they've come from videos, if they come from posts, if they come from broadcasts, if they come from one-to-ones, getting you know, the product on the customer. Please let us know what you're doing, and let's all help and support each other, and let's have an amazing 2023. Thank you for watching. Hope I haven't waffled on too long, and I will catch up with you all very, very soon. Do give me a shout if you want anything as well, if you want to know anything more about those products. Thanks very much. Bye.